Hey guys, welcome back to Fox Disney. Today's video, I will be ranking every single Disney Pixar villain going from worst to best. And stick around for an announcement at the end of the video. Now, I'm only ranking Disney villains that were considered to be villains from my used sources as Disney Pixar villains. Now, please keep in mind this is solely my opinion. If you feel differently, that's fine. So without any further ado, let's get into it. Starting in the bottom number 23 spot, we have Jackson Storm from Cars 3. A very basic bully in a movie, nothing really worth saying about his character other than he wasn't very memorable to watch, putting him at the bottom of this list. And now Thunderclap from The Good Dinosaur. Again, a very basic villain, but was a little bit more entertaining to watch, putting him at least a little bit higher than Jackson Storm. And now Miles Axelrod from Cars 2. Now, Cars 2 was notoriously known for being a bad movie, and that includes the villain. Really nothing that makes his character that interesting to watch for me other than he was greedy and he had like the right villain feel to himself. And now Zurg / the old Buzz. Now, you guys already know that I don't like Lightyear, and I found Zurg / the old Buzz to be in no way interesting or entertaining, dragging him this low. And now Ego from Ratatouille. Now, this is where things start to get a little bit more serious. Ego's job as a food critic and desire to keep restaurants in check, even if that meant them losing credibility and having a very sardonic appeal to him, made him very entertaining to watch, but doesn't compare to the other villains on this list. And now the Underminer from both Incredibles. A great way to end the Incredibles and a great way to start the sequel 14 years later. The Underminer was truly evil through all the destruction he did to get what he wanted, but the Underminer doesn't have the same character development as the other villains, so he takes a fall at number 18. And now Chick Hicks from Cars. Chick Hicks was okay. He was very selfish and cheated constantly, making him menacing to watch, but not really too much else going for him other than that. And now the classic, Sid from Toy Story. Sid was a fun villain to watch because he had the right evil essence, that being that he wanted to cause destruction and disconcerting disruption in whatever way he could. His desire for destroying toys made him intriguing to watch, but is very basic when you compare him to the 28 years of Pixar villains succeeding him. And now Ercole from Luca. Ercole, I have a mega soft spot for because he provides so much comedic relief throughout the movie. But himself as a villain was entertaining because everyone was scared of him because he was older than everyone else and intimidated everyone around him. But his lack of evil intentions put him here, unfortunately, at the number 15 spot. Now Mor'du from Brave just has the thirst to want to cause danger to other people, which is sometimes all you need to make a strong villain. And now Johnny J. Worthington from Monsters University. The way he worked against and manipulated other people, as well as talked down so brashly to others, made him a strong antagonistic figure for the spirit of Monsters University. Now on the number 12 spot, Gabby Gabby from Toy Story 4. Okay, this is where it got really hard. From here on out, every villain on this list is nothing but stellar. Gabby Gabby was a fabulous villain because of her deception in the beginning of the movie and desire to take something that defined Woody as a toy tremendously. But in the end came around to be, for a lack of a better expression, a good guy. So it's hard to put her any higher than here. Al Hopper from A Bug's Life. A ruthless leader who wanted nothing more than to take out the ants. And whoever voices him was the perfect fit because Hopper's sinister voice was my favorite part about his character. And now Chef Skinner from Ratatouille. You can't deny it wasn't evil how Chef Skinner had valuable family information from Linguini and then did everything in his power to expose Remy solely out of resentment for his loss of a job. Skinner deserves his spot here in the top 10. And now Otto. He is truly pure evil and made Wall-E so climactic to watch with his selfish intentions. And now Randall. Another classic villain. Randall's motivation to not only do everything he could to be better than Sully, but to be a part of kidnapping Boo made him a true antagonistic figure. And now Stinky Pete. Stinky Pete's bitterness manifested into the breathtaking villain he was. His deception and two-faced personality to get what he wanted after years and years of envy was bone-chilling and is one of my favorite aspects of Toy Story 2. And now, Lotso, once again with a broken-hearted villain. Lotso is similar in really all of the ways I just listed about Stinky Pete, but deserves to be higher because he ultimately tried to cause a lot more damage in the end and was truly ruthless through and through. And now, Henry Waternoose from Monsters, Inc. Henry's ambition to want to kidnap children for the sake of bettering his company couldn't have been a better evil plot twist, putting him in the top 5. And now, Ernesto De La Cruz. You guys know how much I love the Coco plotline, and Ernesto as a villain is no exception. It's evil beyond evil. Ernesto not only killed Hector, but also caused Hector to slowly be forgotten because of his desire to live a practically carefree, fulfilling life of fame, making him such a gripping villain to watch and always leaves me on the edge of my seat. And now Charles Muntz from Up. Carl's ambition to find Kevin corrupted him into a crazed psychopath, to say the least. The scene where it's revealed he killed innocent people passing by just out of the unlikely fear they would try to hunt down Kevin show how determined he was and how that determination backfired into turning him into a sociopath, but also an awesome villain. And his fight with Carl and Russell, I never get tired of watching. And now Evelyn Deavor from The Incredibles 2. Evelyn stopped at no end and planned for years how to take down supers in the most corrupt way possible as a way to avenge the tragic death of her parents. From pretending to be screenslaver, putting an innocent man in jail, giving the supers masks to control them, and messing up the signing ceremony makes her an impeccable villain. There's just one who deserves the number 1 spot a little bit more. And now my all-time favorite Pixar villain of all time, Syndrome. Like I said in my first video, the mean Syndrome goes to get revenge on Mr. Incredible was gruesome beyond belief. To the number of supers that had to die, the number of robots he had to create, to attempting to kill Bob's family, to his plan to save the city with the planned outcome of only making superheroes come off as being completely irrelevant and something anyone can do and be, makes him the most brilliant and diabolical Pixar villain of all time. Just talking about him right now is making me want to turn on the TV to watch The Incredibles, but he takes the shining gold spot on this list. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'd like to thank everyone, especially my friends, for their support in the humble beginnings of my channel. But time for the big announcement. I am currently in a musical production of Peter Pan where I'm going to be Seiko the Pirate, which is what inspired me to make this villain's ranking today since I'm very much a villain in my show. The show will be in Ocean County, New Jersey. All other details about the show will be in the ticket link below. This is going to be an awesome production and you can't miss it. And also don't forget to look out for my next video, but until then, catch you later.